Hi, this is Mr. Young. This is going to be the first math video for adding and subtracting integers. This is just going to be the basics of adding and subtracting integers. So we're just going to look at the really basic stuff. As you recall from class, integers are just any whole number. So any examples of, say, like the number 5 is a whole number because it doesn't have decimal places. You can also have negative numbers like negative 10. I don't know, big numbers like 1010, 1010. Those are all integers. What are not integers are decimal places like, if we were to make that into a decimal place, like 10.1, because of that decimal place, it will not make this as an integer. So this won't be an integer. So when you're adding and subtracting integer, the key thing to know is really to know the signs. If you have a simple question such as, say, 5, I'm using 5 a lot today, minus 7. Okay, so what's going to be the answer for 5 minus 7? Well, since this one right here, this 5, doesn't have a sign, it also still represents a positive number. So we can even just think of this as a positive 5. So the question right now is a positive 5 subtracting a 7. If you think about a number line, we can draw a number line right now like this, and if you can just put the middle as a 0, and let's say this is plus 7 on the right side, because on the right side is always plus, and on the left side is negative. And if this is plus 7, we'll just call somewhere here negative 7. So right now we have plus 5. So right now we have plus 5, and I think plus 5 should be about here. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 right here. So we're starting off in, let me just change the color, right about here. Let's close that. And because this question is plus 5 minus 7, we're going to take 7 steps to the left. So 7 steps to the left will be this dot going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But right now I haven't done any increments, so I'm just going to add these in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is going to be a negative 1, negative 2. So going back to my dot, this is where I started, plus 5. I'm going to go backwards 7 times. So that's 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is my final answer, which is a minus 2. Really a shortcut of a way to look at this is that if you look at these two numbers, this one has a positive sign, this one has a negative sign. The trick here is basically taking the big number and subtracting it into the 5. So 7 subtract 5 is 2, and since the signs are opposite, we're going to take the sign of the bigger number. If you think about it, then minus 7 is a lot bigger than plus 5, so your remaining answer should still have the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so this is adding and subtracting integers. If you want another example, let's try to do another example. Let's see if I can move this one. Don't save. Okay, let's go plus 7 minus 2 plus 3. Now we have 3 numbers. Everything's still the same. Plus 7 and minus 2. We can see that this one right here is a plus 7. This one is a minus 2. The signs are opposite. That means we're going to subtract the numbers. So 7 subtract 2. In the next step, if we simplify this into the next step, the number would be 5. Since the positive sign is with the bigger number, the 7 is bigger than 2, we're going to keep the positive sign. So then the next step is, since we didn't do anything with the plus 3, we're going to just drag this down, so it'll be plus 3. That's our next step. And then the next step here, plus 5 plus 3, that's just basically saying is 5. What is 5 plus 3, which is positive 8. So that's your adding and subtracting integers. It's really crucial for you guys to know that how the signs are different, because the signs will determine your correct answer or incorrect answer, because a positive 10 is a lot different than negative 10. So make sure you guys are getting the signs right. All right.